Hello, Hendo here with Average Use Slo-Pitch. Today we're getting a chance to bring out the brand new Pier RoofX. This is going to be a 13-inch barrel, half-ounce end load. Shout out to Tyler Irvine for helping us get the hookup on this, get it to us nice and quick so we can get some swings on it, get this video out for you prior to leaving for the weekend for BSC Worlds, which then from there I'll be gone for work, so it would have been a while before we get this review out. So again, thanks Tyler for that one. We're gonna go ahead, start with 52s. We're gonna put probably 50 to 60 52s on it. And then from what we've seen with the Piers, with like the Lambright Irvine CE, is that they need that kind of 200 to 300 swings to really truly open up. So we're gonna aim to get to at least kind of 200 swings, see how it feels. If we have time to kind of go more than that, we will. If not, maybe a part two, something like that. Either way, back at Anthony Ballpark out here, Adams Ballpark is what they actually call it. 330 down the lines. Basically, there's a slight, I think, slightly longer to right field, 365-ish for the most part to the power alleys, 380 to center. So let's go ahead, get some swings on it. We'll come back, final compression, final thoughts. All right, let's go ahead and test our Pier RoofX real quick before we throw any swings on it. Again, as mentioned in the intro, this is a 13-inch barrel, half-ounce end load. Not that it affects the test, but ours is a 26.5, and that's just in case you missed it in the intro. Line that up to 0. And as has become the usual with Pier, right at 275, we're gonna go ahead, try to get about 150 swings on it, maybe closer to 200 tonight. We're gonna do the best we can before kind of it gets too late, and just see what we can get this compression to. But if it's anything like the Lambright, the Irvine or CE, we're looking at probably about 150 swings before it truly kind of opens up. So once we get that feel, we'll do our best to get a few more swings, let you know how it kind of how it's doing out there, and come back with final compression, final thoughts. All right, here it is, the Pier RoofX. Again, 13-inch barrel, half-ounce end load. We're gonna go ahead and start with 52s real quick. We've got just high con ZNs in there. Well, we're each gonna go ahead and throw some swings on there, probably about 50 or so, and then we'll come back and we'll just throw a whole bunch of Pro-Ms on this thing. Again, try to get up near 200 swings, just because we found that the Piers not only hold really well, but they do need some of those swings to open up. And then we went ahead and changed up the kind of mosquito stuff we're using, so hopefully these mosquitoes don't bother us and we can stay out here all night.
96 miles per hour.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, nice little short hop into the gap. And that wasn't, that definitely wasn't the sweet spot either. So there's that forgiveness that we've seen from all these Piers at this point.
97 miles per hour.
That was almost sweet spot. You can tell just barely off of where the spot is.
Yep.
But again, 97 and it'll open up.
82 miles per hour.
Oh yeah? First swing?
91 miles per hour.
So that one was 91. Carried pretty good, good placement, but that was 100% off the hands, because with the Piers, you get the actual sting. And boy, that one hurt my right hand a good amount. But I don't know how low, there's no ball mark, but I like to see the forgiveness for the fact that it started at 275 and 52s, and we have put barely any swings on it.
104 miles per hour.
That is the sweet spot. A nice 104 on a line with a 52.
Maybe 20 swings in.
99 miles per hour.
I think it might have picked that up.
You pitched it, and then I think you realized where the ball was going, and you quickly moved.
I did, and I'm pretty sure it zipped past this thing.
Might hear it, just whistling a little bit.
82 miles per hour. 99 miles per hour.
99, slight miss, and knuckling a little bit.
92 miles per hour.
I think it was a slight miss, but 92, super elevated on the street. Street to the right of the light, too.
Still going.
And yeah, it's still going. But, yeah, it's enough said with the 52s. We'll do a couple more here with the 52s and move on to what everyone's probably really here for, and that's the Pro-Ms.
83 miles per hour. 102 miles per hour.
And then there's our sweet spot. Just sizzling 52s. Real excited for the Pro-Ms.
81 miles per hour. 97 miles per hour.
Slightly off the end, just barely. Well, I say off the end, slightly off of the sweet spot, but either way, we've seen all we need to with the 52s. Again, performs great. Started 275. I'm sure we're kind of right near there, so that's definitely a great mark for these. We will try to, if we have time, maybe throw a few 52s at the end as we drop the compression a little bit, but I tell you from swinging the previous models, it'll perform 52s throughout. So we're gonna go ahead now, swap over to our Pro-Ms. Again, we've got Gold Dot Pro-Ms that are in there, Razzo Pro-Ms, and then ZN Pro-Ms. Not the hardcores, just the regular Pro-Ms.
105 miles per hour.
105, a little
Really?
short and a miss, I'll take it all day. This one though this one already feels, I know that was our first Pro-M, but between the 52s and now, somewhat like the Lambrite did, near that 100-150 swing mark, almost like it's breaking in faster. So we'll see what it does with compression-wise. I'm sure Pier's not gonna suddenly have compression issues, but if it's gonna open up a lot faster, this is gonna be a favorite from a lot of people.
105 miles per hour.
Okay.
102 miles per hour.
Well, the U-trip balls are sizzling, and we're definitely not broken in yet. We're less than 10 Pro-Ms at this point.
82 miles per hour.
Oh,
98
Jesus.
miles per hour.
98, over the fence, slight miss. You can hear the sound, kind of feel it. And by slight miss, I think I caught a good spot of the barrel, but it's where it's the sweet spot I think will open up a little bit more. So it wasn't necessarily directly off the sweet spot, but again, 98 at that point, we'll take it all day, especially if it's gonna carry like that.
Sounded good.
102 miles per hour.
Okay, I don't know the last time we did this, but through the first, well, I should say through my first now 10 Pro-M swings, we've hit 100 miles an hour on every single one, except for the 98, which we slightly missed and elevated to center. So for a bat again that started at 275, I'm real excited to see how this thing continues to open up as we get more and more swings on it tonight. Between Pro-Ms and 52s, we're not even at 50 swings yet. So great feedback performance so far. And that's all I got to say with it. Let's just keep going, and I'm hoping to see this thing really open up.
89 miles per hour.
Woohoo! That one Flappy Birded.
Sure did.
Did the Flappy Bird.
Twice.
100 miles per hour.
100, and I had to have caught it a little low because I got sting on the hands. So all I'm saying is RoofX, they've already been killing it in conference this year, but now they have a whole nother bat to add to their bag of tricks. Between the Irvine CE, Lambrite, and now the RoofX, these are some great bats that, with them holding compression, they're gonna get real comfortable with these bats as well. And we're interested to see how they swing this one down in Alabama here shortly for conference championships.
106 miles per hour.
A 106 knuckleball. That ball was moving so hard all the way out till it even hit the fence. This bat, so far, is the best of the Pier bunch, easily. And again, the Lambrite, Irvine, they got great with a lot of swings, 200-300 swings. But I would 100% game this thing already, and we have less than 50 Pro-Ms on at this point, less than 100 total swings. It's insane how forgiving it is and how hard the ball is coming off. And again, we're using all traditional Pro-Ms that have all been swung a good amount. There's about 24 Gold Dots that we've only used, that have only been hit probably 3 to 4 times. But other than that, everything else has been hit a ton of times. So I can only imagine what happens if you throw a stadium, a hardcore, super duper, something like that on this, or a brand new ZN or whatever it might be straight out of the wrapper for a tournament.
Good.
84 miles per hour.
It's a nice piece there, bud.
101 miles per hour.
The 100 streak is just alive and well with this bat.
80 miles per hour.
Nice little shot.
103 miles per hour.
Yard.
103 elevated? It's like impossible to miss right now.
I'm having flashbacks.
94 miles per hour.
Good call there, Radar.
I'm having flashbacks to the other night.
we've had some exciting bats we've got to swing recently. The Everett Williams, the top notch blew my mind. And it's rare we get super excited over bats, but this thing is just amazing so far. Unless something drastically changes, it's going up there with all the top. If you've seen our rankings on averaging.slowpitch.com, we've got elite, which is based off a point system. I think it's 25 or higher. Excellent based off a point system, so on and so forth. This is easily going to the elite category up there with, I think there's only about 6 we have totally ranked up there. Unless something drastically changes, this one's immediately jumping up there.
87 miles per hour. 100 miles per hour. 105 miles per hour.
This thing is wild. So with this one, because we want to put more swings on it, we're actually gonna take multiple rounds versus normally we kind of swing them all in 1, maybe 2 rounds. But right now we're sitting between our swings right at 50 Pro-Ms and then probably right at 50 52s. So we're right at the 100 number. And I don't really have any words for it. Amazing performance at this point. We're gonna go ahead, take a little breather, pick up some of these balls, and we'll come back here in a second and get our next 100 kind of on it. All right, like I said, round 2, our goal is to get about another 100 swings on this thing. We're just over probably 100 total, but we went ahead and threw on the tester real quick, just in between. Obviously, we put on video just because it takes a minute to get that all set up, set whatever and whatnot, but this thing's still sitting right about 260, 265, and that's coming straight from, obviously, our first 100 swings, not letting it sit. It's pretty hot out here. I know it's nighttime, but we're still sitting at 90, so it hasn't honestly moved much then based off of that. So and you saw kind of what Keltner talked about. This thing is just kind of mind-blowing at this point. So let's keep going here with Pro-Ms. Like I said, goal is to get about 100 more swings, at least probably 50 more, but looking for 100, and then we'll final compression, final thoughts.
89 miles per hour. 102 miles per hour.
That swing felt amazing. Like the way it came off, and I caught it, I say it felt amazing. I caught it slightly low, like I could feel a little bit on the hands. But the sound, everything about it, like you mentioned, it's opened up quick. Hopefully, you probably just saw it, that dude just got pulled over by that cop over there. Hopefully it's not messing with the camera too much with the flashing lights and stuff, but also it's probably the worst spot he could have sat, being dead left center, so let's not hit any cops and get kicked off this field tonight.
99 miles per hour. 89 miles per hour.
Well,
104 miles per hour.
yes, sir. Yes,
It
sir.
felt 104.
It felt 104?
Yeah.
Got a little breeze. Little breeze for this. I don't know, this is the most, I don't know why it's so humid out here, but
100 miles per hour.
yeah, so through that first 75-100 that we swung, I thought it felt super forgiving. You could tell it was stiff in certain spots, but we're now pushing the 125 to 150 area, and the whole thing's starting to feel like a sweet spot. Every now and then, there's a ball mark, like right around here, right around the R and RoofX. That's where, obviously that's low, you don't want to catch that low. A little bit of stiffness, but even the real sting in the hands has kind of gone away. And then there's a ball mark right up here on the almost FX, which I think was that swing previous to the last one. And again, same kind of thing. So that barrel's opening up pretty quick, sweet spot's opening up pretty quick. And again, it's just, everything it hits is just, it's producing great speeds for us, super forgiving, balls performing, and we don't even have top of the line balls right now.
82 miles per hour.
That ball was pieced pretty good.
Yeah.
103 miles per hour.
This is so much fun to swing.
94 miles per hour.
Yep.
There's every bit of it.
Yep. Yep.
Halfway up into the rocks, dead center. And whatever that ball hit, I think we just blew up the ball. That's what it sounded like.
That's exactly what it sounded like. I think that ball's laying in pieces out there.
Yeah, I don't know if we can use that ball anymore.
81 miles per hour.
Right at the base of the fence. Look at that.
Wow.
81 elevated.
That was a little up and away too.
Yeah, I was surprised you pulled that ball. It carried weird.
100 miles per hour.
That was 100 with almost no spin. You saw it just die off, but that'll get the job done every single time.
91 miles per hour.
There's the sweet spot.
You needed one of those. That's what you needed.
There's the sweet spot.
There it is.
99 miles per hour.
Oh my God. 99 off the edge of the rock / curb.
What did you say? What?
I said if I reach the sweet dead center, we're quitting for the night. And we came about a foot short. This is wild. So we're right at that 150, 160 swing mark. We're gonna actually, this point, I mean, if we're gonna put more and more swings, why not put some little practice into it? So I'm gonna take a quick pause, shift the camera. Obviously for you guys, you won't even see real pause. And we're gonna work a little more middle backside and just see control-wise everything else with it. But there's nothing not to like about this so far. Let me switch the camera on real quick. I'll throw some more swings before we come back with final compression, final thoughts. All right, as I mentioned, we got the camera angle swapped up so we can do a little more middle backside and you'll still be able to see it, hopefully. I'm actually debating on kind of ponying up the money to get a second camera so we have them overlapping so you can always see either or at this point. But, so we'll go middle backside a little bit here. Like I said, I want to get real close to that 200 swing mark, even though, again, it feels great. And this one definitely doesn't need the same kind of swings the rest did. But, again, I'll zoom in and all kind of stuff as needed with this camera, make sure this kind of footage works out for you guys. And if it's something you like to see as well, the kind of backside we're doing now, this camera angle, let us know in the comments as well, and I'll try to incorporate as much as possible in the future.
97 miles per hour.
It's a good first swing.
93 miles per hour.
Holy moly. Way up there. This is so much fun.
102 miles per hour.
That makes sense.
That was a missile. You can do whatever you want with this bat.
98 miles per hour.
Slight miss, 98, gone.
103 miles per hour.
That one, and I don't know that I'll be able to zoom in on the camera for that, but I hit it, it looked like off the bat, honestly, at top spin. It started just over the screen, and then as it got like to the grass, you saw it, spin must have changed, and it just lifted up and stayed nice and level the whole way out there. But I got nothing left really to say about this. A few more swings, honestly, just because at this point, it's just a whole lot of fun. And then we'll go ahead, pick up the balls, let it sit, final compression, final kind of thoughts between both of us.
93 miles per hour.
I'll say that wasn't a great swing, to be honest. It doesn't matter. Take all the bad swings you want when you're holding a Pier RoofX.
94 miles per hour.
We're just playing home run derby now. This is like back, for anyone who played N64, Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball, there's some little cheat code you put in. Griffey would point to the fence, bring it back, and it was an automatic home run. This is the Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball bat at this point.
101 miles per hour.
We're done. That's it. Whole lot of fun swinging this thing. We're gonna go pick up the balls. Final compression, final thoughts. All right, let's go ahead and test our Pier RoofX real quick. We did get to 200 plus swings on it. I'm not sure the exact number, but I know for a fact we're over 200. We went through an entire bag of balls on this one. So interested to see where it's at. If this was any other bat, I would assume it's gonna probably be failing at this point with this many swings with what we've seen lately. But on these Piers, they've been holding real well. And so I'm expecting to see this thing still holding just fine, which is gonna be wild for how good it feels. And sure enough, we're still sitting pretty much right at 260. I'm gonna quarter turn one time just to kind of see. Again, I don't really pay too much attention to which side we're putting a lot of swings on, things like that. But either way, for that many swings and for the bat to feel as good as it does, again, another outstanding product here from Pier. Yeah, and that side's 270, maybe 275. So either way, again, kind of just flabbergasted by exactly how good it is. We'll go ahead and talk about it here more in the final thoughts, and I'll get Keltner up there with me to talk about it too. All right, and we are swings and final compression complete here with the Pier RoofX. And honestly, we've kind of been talking about as we pick up those balls. We don't have a lot left to say about this thing. We were talking about it pretty much the entire time we were swinging it, but this bat, yep, 13-inch barrel, half-ounce end load, just kind of as a reminder. You've got a stiff handle on it. Feels really, really good from, honestly, swing number one. The 52s were actually jumping off of this barrel, forgiving. Early on, in probably that first 50 to 75 swings, as you caught it low or high, you definitely got the sting on your hands to let you know. But the good news is the bat was still performing. And then as we got more and more swings, and again, we're over that 200 swing mark now with about 150 plus of those being Pro-Ms, the sweet spot has opened up, and we've both kind of talked about it and determined it's still got room for that sweet spot to open up. And you saw that with the compression test. One side was still at like 270, the other side's at like 260. And again, we've only let it sit for 15, 20 minutes during the pickup prior to, or since kind of that 200 swings or whatever. So I'm willing to bet it might be even a little higher than that, but an incredible product again from Pier. Again, I don't have a lot left to say about it. I'll let Keltner give any kind of his 2 cents on it real quick, and then we'll wrap it up.
I don't have anything left to say. I think we have said it all during the as we were going.
For you, as somebody who normally bounces between kind of 25 and a half, 26 and a half, weighting wise, does it feel pretty true? Like if somebody said, hey, here's a 26 and a half ounce bat, does it seem like it's 26 and a half?
Absolutely. It does feel like it's weighted correctly. Weight on the sticker and weight on the end load felt just like they said it would.
Yeah, and if you haven't swung any of the newer Piers, I think they've done a really good job of whatever they advertise the end load being is accurate. So like with Irvine's, I think we swung a 27 ounce of his, but it's a 1 ounce end load, and you could definitely tell it was 1 ounce end load. So just keep that in mind as you order the Piers, whether you decide to go with the RoofX, you decide to go with an Irvine, CE, Lambright, NDM 1, 2, 3, whatever it might be, just know that their end loads are true to kind of what they say they're going to be. And again, if you want to pick one of these up, you can reach out to us and we can kind of play middleman for you and help you out. But kind of who we go through is, we got Emilio Lovato, good buddy out here in New Mexico. We play, I play Challenge Cup with him as well. I think he's gotten a chance to meet him a couple of tournaments. And then Tyler Irvine himself, who was kind of instrumental in getting us this in time to get this review out. So you guys didn't have to wait a while since kind of the release. And because the Piers have honestly been selling out pretty fast. So again, shout out to both those guys. If you need help, like I said, picking them up, let me know. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, we tried to get as many swings as we could on it just so you can see truly how these open up, since we know the Piers do take those swings. But this one, if you want one that's going to be game ready and hold compression, this is probably the one to go with, to be completely honest. So again, I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Have a great night.